Hello and welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Top 5s list. My name's Lauren Wisely and come here you, I'm going to be your host. We're talking about cuddly video game characters this episode.
You make the Lord very nervous. All right.
What's a cuddly video game character? Well, duh. It's the ones where you want to come here with this goody face. You come here with this goody, you're so cuddly. Come here, you give me a cuddle.
What the hell is that?
It's those kinds of characters. Oh right, your majesty, you want an actual definition, do you? Well, these are the characters that are just objectively cute. The ones you want to pick up and cuddle for no other reason than they're cute and good. Okay, I promised I wouldn't do that again. But nevertheless, these are the characters in gaming that are just cute to look at. And you imagine probably would taste like marshmallows if you ate them, and probably would be fun to take around town to pick up girls with just because they'd be fascinated with them, and then you could somehow score their number. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But nevertheless, let's have a look at the top 5 characters that I believe are the cuddliest in all of video games. This is the Halcyon Top 5s list of cuddly video game characters. Coming in at number 5, oh come here you little cuddly woody, it's Croc.
Standing 2 foot tall and approximately 18 months old, Croc is the hero of the Gobbos, who are themselves a race of little fuzzballs with only eyes, feet, and a tail for features. Abandoned or orphaned, it's not really clear in the first game, Croc first appears as a wee baby, bassinet and all, where he's adopted and taught the ways of combat, life, not to mention the ancient and mysterious art of spinning tail whips, an art form I've struggled a lot of these years to master. Anywho, when a giant monster dude turns up and kidnaps all the Gobbos, including the Gobbo King, it's up to this rudimental reptile to save the day. But just look at him, those big doughy eyes and enlarged head, his deedly little hands, his toddler-like plodding, his ability to only spout single onomatopoeic words just splat. He's just so cute! The fact that he not only takes on and defeats this horde of monsters doesn't detract from the fact, his cuddliness and his cuteness, and perhaps that he's the cutest man-eating anthropomorphized critter since Yogi Bear. Just look at him, look at his little face.
Coming in number 4, hi! It's Kirby.
Oh, come on, I mean just look at him, he's so sweet! Constantly smiling, barely any features save from his little feet and his little hands that focus much in the same way that those little balls of Blulake do, I imagine, given that he doesn't even have fingers to grip with. Standing at an adorable 1 foot tall, and also having all the joyful youth and exuberance of a Disney Channel exclusive show, Kirby bounces from place to place, spreading joy and laughter as well as perhaps carnage and destruction from a certain perspective, but mostly joy and happiness as he attempts to defend his world pop star from a force of enemies hell-bent on destroying it. Plus he eats everything, and I mean everything, attacks, foes, power-ups, candy, meaning even in the process of devouring everything in front of him faster than me and all-you-can-eat KFC bargain bucket banquet buffet, he still finds a way to be just precious. Unable to speak beyond the occasional word or playful sound, he, like Jigglypuff, only with the aww factor dialed up to 11. His world helps, being the multicolored, star-spangled, rainbow-covered, all curves, everything place that it is, and that helps given it adds to the sense of fun and adventure in his games. If he offered you a hug right now, you wouldn't think yes or no. You'd think, how long can I get away with it for? Don't lie. Come on now, just look at him. Oh, look at him, such an adorable little world muncher. Yes, you are.
Coming in at number 3, it's Tbone.
Now, I will admit, you have to ignore a little bit of logic here, because what sane creature would even remotely think it's acceptable to wear the skull of your mother as a helmet, and God knows where he got the bone he's holding from. But odd cannibalistic tendencies aside, just look at her. She's so cute, and despite the bone dome, she looks like she would give the best hugs of anyone on this list. Tbone is an infant Pokemon, and as a result, her movesets are basic and not particularly powerful, and even when evolved into a Marowak, she'll still struggle against numerous types of opponents being a normal type Pokemon. This, coupled with the fact that every single Tbone is apparently an orphan, means this poor little tyke is so vulnerable you just want to pick her up and adopt her. On the condition she won't make a football helmet of your skull, of course. But one of the very few Pokemon to have an inherently sad story from the off, and given how helpless they can be, and the fact that you're just like a bear cub meshed with a dinosaur, Tbone is cuddly through and through, and the perfect Pokemon if you're after a viable alternative to that spotlight hogging son of a bitch Pikachu. Tbone for the cuddly win, and if you'll pardon the expression, Tbone, I choose you! yeah, I felt dirty saying it, and I know you felt dirty hearing it, but damn it all, it's worth it.
Coming in at number 2, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. It's Dogmeat.
Dogmeat, the second friendly face you'll see in this post-apocalyptic world of Fallout 4, and a very, very good boy indeed. Dogmeat is a mongrel dog wandering the irradiated wastelands of Boston, who you meet shortly after emerging from your vault and taking down what I would refer to as the evil you and evil Dogmeat. And yes, let's address this now. Dogmeat is hardly a good name for such a good dog, but you can't change it, so you gots to just accept it. And you do get used to it with time. He appears to be a Labrador, no idea how old he is, but he's full grown and in good health when you meet him. Which, when you think about it, there's only rad scorpions, raiders, ghouls and rad roaches for company in this place, so what the holy hell's he been eating? And how did he manage to keep all of his limbs in a single digit Geiger count? So the fact that he's a badass, the fact that he's almost a pristine dog for his age, the fact that he automatically bonds with you and fights valiantly and loyally by your side, and he can play fetch! Oh, look at him, he's a good boy. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy, yes you are, you're a good boy, Dogmeat, yes you are.
Everything okay, boy? Come on, boy. It's time to go.
And here we are. We've arrived at number 1, who, for my money, is the cutest video game character of all time. The one character I would pick to make a cuddly stuffed doll of, and even as a 29-year-old, rest assuredly at bed at night waiting for my Christmas presents the next morning, cuddled snugly and warmly and snugly and soundly. It's Grunt from Mass Effect 2.
Now, before any of you sons of bitches says a goddamn thing, let me remind you of 2 critical factors. He is technically a baby Krogan, and as such, he is beholden to a different set of beauty standards as humans, so get woke, you uncultured swine. And secondly, you are there when he is quote-unquote born, and he even gives Shepard a nice hug / threatens to kill you moment. He gains consciousness, and he's goddamn adorable. Grunt, or Baby G as I've taken to calling him, is a perfect tank-bred clone of a Krogan warlord / scientist who dreamt of creating the ultimate Krogan warrior. And while he clearly succeeded given Grunt's achievements in battle, look at his little face, his baby blue eyes, and his Krogan-style baby grow. His voice, when compared to other Krogan, is much more exuberant and sits in a slightly higher octave than any of the Krogan in the game. And while yes, it's hard to see the little type march into fights with Thresher Moors and Husks, and even run head into a cave of Rachni on a apparent suicide mission, only to emerge a few moments later with a few boo-boobs and in need of a bath and a bottle of Mr. Matey. Trust me, while your feeble human senses may try to deceive you, this is one cute, cuddly killer Krogan.
offer one hand but arm the other, and don't hesitate. Maybe you are worthy. You will give me strong enemies, a chance to find my own reason for the skills in my blood. Very well. I will fight for you.
And there you have it. Those are my top 5 picks for the cuddliest video game characters of all time. What do you think though? What are some of the characters that you've come across in gaming that you just thought, do you know what, I don't want to kill you or utilize you to destroy and dismay and dismantle an entire nation or game. I just want to give you a little smushy with you. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below and please be serious about it. In the meantime though, thank you very much for watching this edition of the Halcyon Top 5 List. Please like, share and subscribe and check out some of the other content that I've been producing recently. It would be much appreciated. And also go and check me out on Defunct Games channel. I'm sure he'd appreciate watching a like and subscribe. And if you can manage it, some money, lots of money. I've been your host, Lon Wisely. Follow me on Twitter. And as always, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Halcyon Top 5 List.
What?